Yo, morning, afternoon, lunchtime, whatever time it is. First of all, thank you very much for everyone that commented on the analytics video and watched it and let me know how many ads. Unfortunately, YouTube demonetized it. Probably several reasons, to be honest. Whether or not they've found out what I was trying to do or what, I don't really know, but they said you can't do it. So, fortunately, that one's out the window for my analytics video, but it can show you bits and bobs before it got taken off. So, that's that one done. Second of all, I'm pretty sure what every other tradesman is like at the moment, trying to finish jobs off, rush before Christmas. So you're trying to finish your own jobs off, and then on top of it, you've got the people that are then trying to get you to do stuff before Christmas. I've left it last minute, which is one of these ones. So this is a rental property. This is the kitchen, obviously. For some reason, they've already decided to start putting the new cabs in before the electrics. The boiler's just gone in yesterday because it was freezing cold when I turned up. So this is one of the things. Oh, we pretty much we think we need a rewire. Can you let us know? They don't need a rewire, but they want loads of single sockets changed to doubles. God knows, I'm guessing that's an old storage heater one. Stuff like this, replace or get rid of. They want a double socket here, one for the washer, but we'll just stick it in the sink unit. That one bringing down or getting rid of. Then bringing down extractor, and it's pretty much like this, replaced with 4 downlights. I mean, already that's not going to be 4 downlights. You're probably looking at 6. But he knows me, he trusts me. I've worked with him quite a few of his properties before, so he just said, just do what you can do. It's like this, and it's upstairs as well. TV socket down there, great. So this is the sort of thing where I've just gone, I can chuck you a day, because he wants to get the kitchen sort of plastered and painted over Christmas to then fit the kitchen, so I can sort of do the rest of the stuff in the new year. So it's like a bit of a mad rush trying to get this done. The ceiling is being overboarded because the plumbers smashed holes in the ceiling, which they were allowed to because it was all, I think the water's all gone in here before and the whole ceiling's knackered, joint wise. So I'm going to be putting a couple of spots in, well, cutting the holes for the spots, leaving the pendant, that was hot. Leaving the pendant hanging out so they got a bit of light, moving a few sockets around. I'll run you to the fuse board. That was a way to go key. So you've got a little porch area, stairs. It's being moved up, great. God, it's freezing. So that's obviously the original board. You've got an old Economy 7 one, which is disconnected completely, obviously. I told him he needs a new board. What we're going to end up doing, adaptable box, and we're going to push it straight through, and that's then going to be in the porch area. Obviously had this upgrade at some point, so you got new 16mm in. That's 6 at the moment, and I'm guessing 6 going to that. I couldn't see any gas bonding or mains water bonding. Oh yeah, there's a 6mm going up there. But I mean, the gas isn't going to be too difficult. So I thought I'd just get a little video. I know it's another kitchen, but sort of a rambling one, doing this. Oh god, the floor. Look at the floor. Why is it different tiles? Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, yeah, I'll set you up on a tripod. There's going to stay. I'm just going to chisel a few of these out. I think I'm going to get rid of that one. And the thing with this as well, cooker unit has got to come down, but all of this is going to be behind the cupboards. And he said to me he's happy to leave it. I'm going to stick a blank plate on both of them because they'll sit nicely behind the units, and then I'll just extend it down to what it needs to be, there and there. This one, quite decided how I'm going to do it yet, whether I either find the feed in the ceiling and bring it down, or we tap it across, bring it down, loop in, loop it back up and loop it down from that socket as long as it's on the ring. Right, so what we've got here, that's just a spur off that, so there's 3 in there. So you got the ring in and out, and then the spur up. So we'll get rid of this one. There's a freestanding fridge freezer going here, and from there, I'm going to just clip some cables across, underneath, back up, and that'll do double socket in there for the dishwasher, washing machine, whatever it's going to be, and then bring the ring up, and then obviously just bring it back down from that one. This one I'm just going to cut a hole in the ceiling above, pull it out, isolate that. These ones are going to be pulled down, I'm going to drop one down for a single socket in here in case he decides to have a gas hob. At the moment he says he's going to have a halogen top and an oven underneath, but there's only one 6mm supply. So I've given him the option to either run a new 6mm on the outside of the house, across, bring it into the back of one of these cupboards with an isolation unit, which is fairly simple. Any oven, to my knowledge, over 2.6 kilowatt has to have its own supply, either a 20mm supply. Anything below that can just be plugged in. There is a soldering main for the kitchen, so when there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sockets on it anyway. And then when we pull that one back up, I'm just going to pull it across. And for some reason, even though the canopy's here, I said normally we'd fit just an outlet in here with a fuse switch spur next to it to isolate it, or down here, but he wants the socket there with the plug going into it underneath the canopy. Whatever, okay. Fine. It's not my house, it's theirs, it's their money, do what we want. As long as we do it properly into regs, then we're fine. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set the laser up now, turn the power off for them, mark out the boxes, and we'll just channel out some of the boxes. I do get a lot of people asking me about my laser. I've got the Bosch Professional GCL 2-15G, which is the green laser. It's wicked because I mean I had the Stanley Fatmax one before, which was a red line. I bought it years ago when I first sort of started. It was about 100 quid, I think. And it lasted. It was really, really good. You've probably seen it in some of my earlier videos. I've given it to Adam now because I wanted something. We do that many kitchens now. It just made sense to have a proper laser. When I say proper laser, like a reliable, bright one. So that's why I bought this. And then that was 210 quid, something like that, which is good. Like, I generally do like it. Battery life's a bit naff on it. I think I need to start investing in some rechargeable batteries and plugging them into charge while this one's being used. But that's, I'd really say, is the only downside to it. And then on top of it, I bought, if I can get it in, excuse me, right, which was Magnusum. Christ, you're probably going to slaughter me for that. That was just from B&Q. I was looking at the Bosch one, and it was 60 or 70 quid. And then in B&Q, there was this one that was exactly the same, which was 20, I think. I thought, oh, sod that, right? As much as I like buying Bosch brands and all this sort of stuff, I'm not one to try and waste money as well. I am sometimes. Maybe I'll probably say that. It's probably pointing directly at your face, and it flashes because the battery's going low again. But they do Bosch do the poles, which I've seen a lot of people have. So it's an extendable pole that'll touch the ceiling and the floor. This has come with a bracket, and you just have a wheel, so it can wind itself down from, like, I think 6 inches off the floor to 6 inches off the ceiling. Obviously allowing the top and bottom, which is a lot better than this, because the amount of times we've had this set up, someone's flipping knocked it and he pushed it out or whatever. So that'll be my next thing. But for everyone that asks for the laser, highly recommend one of these ones. Right, now we've got the laser out. I'm literally gonna, he wants them to the centre. So, we'll centre of each hole. Oh, get a grip. I'm not sure I'm a fan of doing it to the centre of the hole because it's not exactly the same. Right, and then this cooker one's going to be turned so I can put a single socket outlet. I'm better doing it that way. There could be a single socket outlet with a cooker switch as well, just to give it that one more outlet for cooking. technique. To be fair, I probably could have multi-tooled around the edge first and got the plasterboard off to stop the chipping, but he said to me it's all been tiled anyway, so it's some of these jobs that you learn now after doing it. I mean, you guys know how many kitchens I do. Whether or not you waste your time going around with a multi-tool and getting it all out and doing that to then still get this out and chisel it out, or would you turn around and just get this out, go alpha leather, do it as neat as you can. I'm not saying rush it or do a bad job, but time constraints. So, but also, I've done this in videos before. This is the Armeg angled chisel bit, which is 2 inches. I think it's 2 inches at the top. A lot of people asked me in a previous video, I think it was the kitchen video, the fault finding video I did ages ago in the kitchen a couple of months ago. So I'll put a link in the description below, but it's perfect for chasing, especially breeze block. It does do red brick, not as well, just depends what sort of SDS you've got. But anything with a bit of oomph, that'll eat through it. So yeah, check it out below. Right, so they're all cut out. I'll put some plugs in. Problem with these bricks as well is you normally get a full brick, you get the supporting column, so that's obviously either an edge or the supporting column in the middle. But then, let's see, this has got 2 in and the hollow bit. Same as over there, but if you go to this one, hollow column. So that's why I've just done one in the centre, just so it goes in this, you know, got a good fixing. Because I mean, some bricks, you end up doing it and you'll end up landing a socket in here and it's just absolute bloody nightmare. So always try and go a bit steady, especially when you're trying to drill the plugs in. Oh, just dropped one. Is sometimes don't put it on hammer as well, just let the drill bit do the work. So you'll still get some in there. So what I've done here, I've cut off the feed down to the the cooker wedge because it just runs on the 45, which I hate, and it isn't to regs nowadays. So I'm going to just bring the feed down into here and then just run a new one down, cap that, and I'll leave it looped behind so that can be brought through. This one I'm just going to bring the ring down and bring it into a socket in here as well, just in case we get a nice small oven. That will just go on the plug top, or it can just be the ignition for the gas hob, whichever way the guy wants to go really. That one's in, so not a great deal has happened. I've actually managed to turn the heat up loads now. Nice, set at 18.5. Gonna be sweating soon. When I turned up this morning, that was 4 degrees. 4 degrees, it was colder inside than it was out. Okay, so that is our cooker one, 99% done. Chisel down, I've left loads of cable down there, ready. Yes, this is a 25mm Patras, I'll be completely honest. Which has dropped. Oh, now I'm square on with it, it's not square. I didn't have any 47mm. But I know the accessories he wants to use, plus the being tiled as well, there's going to be more than enough room in there to do the terminations in the back. Just done a bit of capping on there, that's then fed up, it's through the grommet, that's then going to have some Wagos on it, connected in there with a blank plate. It's going to be still accessible, it's just going to be behind the wall unit, which can be easily pulled off. So that one's done, onto the ring now, drop that down, yada yada with that one, and then that one. Actually, I'm running out of memory on my SD card because I forgot to wipe everything, so I'll just sort of do things and then show you guys afterwards. Right, these guys are finished off now. So there'll be a blank plate going on there. These are the bigger 221s for the 6mm. What I've done here is there's 2 legs down there for obviously the ring going in and out. So I've brought one leg straight through. You can see it just going through there, straight down, back up into here, and then from here back up. So all of that's on the ring. That's going to have a single blank plate. I'll have a single blank plate because it's the dual boxes. They're going to be covered up nicely by the wall cabs. So onto this one now, which you've probably seen me those times before. Just going to notch a hole in the ceiling, snip it, connect it through, Wago box, screw it to a joist. That's then isolated, and then we'll start on them ones. What a mess. I felt sick. Gross. That's gone, that's up there, and I've Wago boxed it and screwed it to this beam here. Showing you that. Got rid of this one, So we separate these back out, and obviously the usual spear of earths were twisted together. So we do the same thing here. What we did the other side is split the ring. So this leg will be joined, run down, across, up, come all the way back, and then it'll become the outlet. So this one and the new leg here will go into the outlet, and these ones will be where you go through. So all on a ring final circuit. That one is in and on. Let me try and get out of there. So that goes up, that goes down there, it's clipped together, it goes under. I forgot to do the one in there. So one of these has just been looped out underneath. So once this gets pulled out, there'll be a hole drilled in the back, which then that'll just poke through for the double socket under the sink for the washing machine or dishwasher. That's just been brought low level, clipped into there. So I've obviously wagoed all of them at the moment, so both legs individually. But these ones that are hanging out here will be going into the single socket front. So it's just like that for the time being, so it can be decorated. One thing I forgot is that my plan is I'm just going to do the lights first, and then we'll figure out that afterwards. I mean, to be fair, extractors only run at 3 amp fuse. So if I can't find myself, I mean, I've never done this before, but if I can't find myself a power point there other than ripping down a big chunk of plasterboard, I can always take it off the lighting supply. It's rated to 6 amp, I can take it across and make sure it's just a 3 amp sticker gone on, and you know, no one's going to go and plug a toaster in up there, are they? But anyway, so what I've done, drawn some lines on the wall where the joists are. Obviously, they're measured off that. 700 by 700 is that one. I've gone 700 out and 500 off that wall. And then duplicated that to the other side, 700, 700, and that's actually 900 because of the inset of the door. 700, measured my points, bang and bang. So we've got 6 points, so I've just took the light down. Don't know where you can see this. They've actually fitted the light, the actual upside down, which I've never seen. So it's very bizarre. So I'm just going to pull that down and we'll have a... Right, it was upside down for no reason whatsoever. So that's actually the wrong way. It was just to hide all that. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, he's broke it. Oh God, look how dark it is. Anyway, this is what it is. That's live, obviously. So it's literally a loop in, well, feed in and then a switch. So I can bang a hole in that, do a box on there, drag that across to the first point. And realistically, I can also take a permanent live supply straight from that, straight across to here, being in the same joist. Downlights are done, they're in. I've stuck the bulb on the end, so there's still some light. I'm gonna get some measurements off that. And now it's just the extractor, so I'm gonna go and try and find, I'm not gonna take off the lights because, oh, it's a good reflection. Uni light, boom. I'm just gonna go and try and find, I might take it off that and just spur off that Wago box and just take a line out. I'll see if I can pass it through because I've already cut all these holes off there to get that down. So I'm gonna get that chopped out and then we'll have a walk upstairs, and that is pretty much it for this one. We have light. Right, done. Got to sweep all this up now, unfortunately. Gross. Next thing is, obviously at some point I've got to do all this. None of that's going to be powered up other than that light itself, just so someone can work with until the board's changed. The board's going to be pushed through into here, backing on the other side of the board. What a fabulous light. Ow, it's hot. Yeah, I'll show you upstairs. I mean, I'd like to know everyone's thoughts on this. Let me just stand where you can see me. Ow. What sort of stuff would you price for this? I mean, the guy said, oh, we want to rewire. And I've obviously told him, no, it doesn't need a rewire. We need to alter things a little bit. You know, I know some people would snap their hand off and go, oh yeah, we'll rewire it. I mean, first of all, I don't have the time. Second of all, I'm not stingy like that. If it's not necessary, then don't do it, especially when you've got a reputation around somewhere like it's the village I grew up in. You can't be going around doing stuff like that. Anyway, it's all right. I know a few people that actually do that sort of thing, and they don't have a lot of work now, let's put it that way. So replace all them, get rid of a few economy 7 points, just so they can get rid of that absolute delicious safe life in. Yeah, what sort of price would you give? I mean, most of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to 6, 7, 8. So 8 single sockets to 8 double sockets. Installing 2 more double sockets, 3 more double sockets, sorry, and getting rid of 4 economy 7 points. So obviously it's just cutting it off. It's already, there's no power to it. This one's obviously brought a socket into the loft at some point. And it's just a few remedial things we'd like. Change the pull cord, put an IP fitting up, changing a few switches over. So let's put price down. Let's put 6 one-gang two-way switches. Convert 10 singles to 10 doubles. Put in 4 new double sockets and change over the fuse board to a 10-way RCBA board. I mean, you don't have to buy RCBA, but I do a fuse box board. But yeah, let me know your prices on that sort of stuff because it is interesting. Obviously, I did a pricing video, normally £50 a point, but it is different. This is going to be quite simple. There's no carpets, there's no furniture, no living here. There's central heating. It's delicious. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. And this hopefully should be coming out Christmas Eve. Oh, Christmas Eve. So this might be my last video until after Christmas, where I'm hopefully going to do my analytics video. Fingers crossed. So if I don't see you, have a nice Christmas. I hope Santa brings you everything you want and empties his sack all over your living room, so you get everything. Gross. Anyway, have a good Christmas. I'll see you soon.